Well, Gordon, thank you so much for being with me today and opening up your home to us here for thePoint. And you are one of our most incredible philanthropists in San Antonio and in the state of Texas, and we're so grateful for that. We're sitting here at Morgan's Wonderland. Tell me a little bit about the original inspiration for Morgan's Wonderland.
I had an opportunity about 18 and a half years ago to dedicate the next part of my life, or the second part of my life, to significance of assisting individuals with special needs. And the reason that I wanted to do that was because of my daughter, who has played such an important role in my life and been such an inspiration to me. So how Morgan's Wonderland actually came about was we formed a foundation in 2005, and we're on a family vacation in 2006. And Morgan wanted to have some interaction with some other children in a pool where we were playing. Because she was not able to normally verbalize what she wanted to do, saying, I want to play. She hit the ball, and they grabbed the ball and got out of the pool real quick. And that kind of was a point of just a recognition to me that Morgan had been excluded. So the idea was, how can we develop a place where those with and without special needs can come together and play? And that was basically the development of Morgan's Wonderland. And we didn't know when we started this whether or not this would be successful. We opened some back in 2010. I'm proud to say that we brought in almost 3 million people over that period of time from 122 countries and 50 states.
I'm hearing a lot the word inclusion as we're talking about the airport, as we're talking about other entities around the city. Talk to me a little bit about the role that you're playing or the organization is playing in that.
Many years ago, I noticed how City Hall was not accessible easily for someone in a wheelchair. Someone who was vision impaired, had cognitive impairment. It was very difficult to maneuver to get in. So we just took it upon ourselves to say, well, what we're going to do is we're going to go nationally in a contest that the foundation will put on, and we'll present a plan to the city. The city then accepted the plan, and the east side of City Hall was changed, and now it's acceptable to everybody can get in because of the redesign of that. We then took that idea and then went over to the county and made the changes over to the county courthouse, which was very difficult to access. They agreed to make changes. So I think that was some way that the city and the county really embraced. And now as we're building a new airport, a $2 billion airport, we want to see it be ultra accessible, fully inclusive. And when you think about a $2 billion airport with about $3 million, we can make it ultra accessible. And that's what's many times I talk about. It's the small things that make a big difference. A small sensory room, adult changing tables, little things like that can make a real difference, so that when people come to San Antonio and travel here, that they can have a better experience. As we've watched this and seen the success of this community embracing that idea, we have now said that, well, we're going to take that to a step, and we're actually going to start an institute that is going to allow us, of all the things that we have done and continue and want to do, to how we can show people in this city, in this state, this country, and around the world, how they can bring about more inclusion within their community. I'm a big believer that the more we can do and showing the element of inclusion, that we will start to eventually have an opportunity to get to the table. It's time for a change, and I think San Antonio can be the catalyst, can be the place that people look to worldwide as a place to say, yeah, that's what compassion can do in respect to ensuring that everybody has an equal opportunity.
Well, it's amazing because you really have brought inclusion and ultra accessibility into the narrative, not just for the city of San Antonio and this region, but on a global basis. Talk to me a little bit about more some of the things that you are doing and the attention that you're seeing from a global perspective.
As you know, separate from Morgan's Wonderland, we also have Morgan's Inspiration Island, which is a water park. Basically, I often joke that it's Morgan's just add water. But we have the only pneumatic wheelchairs in the world. Our wheelchairs actually go underwater. We have a sports facility that allows for individuals with and without special needs to play together. Baseball, soccer, tennis, pickleball, many different sports. And then we also have a camp that's 102 acres, about 13 miles from here. People have come in from all over the world to be a participant in that camp. We do things out there that are not available in other camps. Someone, for example, on a wheelchair or has visual impairment can be 22 feet in the air enjoying a challenge course right alongside a friend of theirs. And then right across the street from Morgan's, of course, we recently, about a year ago, opened a multi-assistance center at Morgan's Wonderland. And the idea behind that is to be able to navigate individuals with special needs for medical needs, therapeutic needs, and other issues such as legal issues, many other things that they need to make a better life for themselves. We all know how hard it is just to navigate those issues. Now take a family who has a special needs individual who may not know the ins and outs of doing anything. They put up the white flag, and that person who has special needs doesn't get the help that they need.
Right.
We can change that through being able to have better systems, better structures. And then we have many other projects that are coming into the future where we're building a facility that will allow for individuals who have acute special needs to come into a social setting that right now simply does not exist. And so that's an area that we're going to go. And then I mentioned earlier the Institute. We're working on that. We're working on building a fitness center that will be for to be able to be ultra accessible, fully inclusive. We're finishing up our ambulatory surgical center. That's going to be for individuals with special needs, because there's certain things that we have to do differently when it comes to surgical needs of individuals with special needs that right now no one is paying attention to. Next month, our salon, Morgan Salon, opens, which allows for people to get haircuts. Seems like a small thing. It's a big thing because people many times don't have the opportunities to just go get a haircut because maybe they're scared or they're not comfortable doing it. And so therefore, we're going to make it comfortable because everybody's going to know and understand that we're all in this together, and it's all about being inclusive. I could go on and on because we have other things as well. But that's kind of the general sense of the things that we're trying to do to continue to expand our opportunities.
So as you've continued to expand, at some point, I think you realized and recognized that it was time maybe for a refresh on a brand.
Yes.
So tell me about kind of where that came from, what your thoughts were around that, and then how that will help you continue to expand.
The reason we wanted to do a rebranding to really put ourselves under just Morgan's, if you will, is because everything attaches to the inspiration from Morgan.
Right.
And many people have started to even call Morgan's Wonderland, hey, I'm going to Morgan's. And separate from that, though, also, we're maturing in a big way, and it was time for us to take our image of who we are. So as we go on the global stage, as you mentioned, in respect to all the different things that we're looking to do, that we're ready for that. So as we add different things, they all come under the Morgan umbrella. And so KGB played an incredible role in respect to working with us and talking with you and your folks and everything, that really allowed me an opportunity to understand it was time to do it. And not only was it time to do it, but it was time to do it the right way. And we achieved that. And so just a couple of weeks ago, we actually released that rebranding, and it's been incredibly accepted. And something happened the other night that really kind of set the tone that I think what happened was successful. I was at an event a couple of nights ago, and a young man who was autistic walked up to me, and I had the new butterfly on, and he pointed at it, and he said, Morgan's. He got it. He understood that just the butterfly was a reflection of Morgan. And so that really made me feel good. You know, you can think about whether or not this is all the right thing, and is the rebranding important and all that. He made it all worthwhile when he came up to me and recognized that butterfly, a new butterfly, and it was Morgan's.
Well, we always say that we work with clients that have positive impact in the community, and you're certainly the definition of that. Not only what you're doing here in our community, but what you're doing for people all across the world. And your innovation is changing lives for so many people in so many communities. So thanks for joining me today, and thanks for everything that you do for us.